Yo, what up? It's Razor Pop lah!
Hey, welcome back to Razor Pop. We're talking about Hollywood remakes of Asian horror films. We're with Tadia Kick of My Paper, and Jason Johnson of The New Paper. Now, looking ahead, do you think that American audiences will get bored with Asian horror remakes?
Okay. Well, I think they already are bored because you go by box office, they're not doing very well. In fact, I really don't think there's been a really big horror movie, Asian horror movie hit in America for a while.
The Ring and The Grudge were
What
the
are we
only
talking about?
ones,
We're talking about movies that are about 4 or 5 years old. You know?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, they were the only ones.
Yeah, now if they make about, I think about $50-60 million, you know, and don't have that, you know, that don't have Jessica Alba in it, they could make some money. I think they should go the Saw way.
Yeah.
You know,
which is
just it's just keep it cheap, keep it uncomplicated, and bring in a lot of kids that you don't have to pay, or you don't have to pay that much.
They're already quite cheap, right?
Yeah, I
mean these.
They are keeping it down, but they're not
it's
making
much
them,
cheaper than.
Yeah, it does, but they're not. You know the production value is. You've seen the Eye, and you've seen Shutter, and all that production value is kept really low. So yeah, it's not very. But they want, you know, if you don't make anything upwards of 50 mil profit or 60 mil, I really don't think that those guys will want to, you know, go on making such films. I think the audience is dwindling already.
Yeah, I think the audience in Asia is also dwindling. It used to seem like every month I would have to trundle out and see a new Asian horror movie, and then 2 years later trundle out and see the remake, the Hollywood remake. But that cycle seems to have somehow been broken, and it seems like the Asian, like you were talking about the Thai movies, it seems like I've seen a few Thai horror movies recently, but it just seems like that wave is sort of crashed and now it's receding back into the sea. You know, it's like the Asian horror thing seems to have sort of played itself out. But actually, I said that like 3 years after The Ring, I was like, thank God the Asian horror thing has played itself out. And then 5 years later, it was still going on. So maybe it'll keep going on. But I really get the sense that, you know, it had a good run for like a decade. I think the original Ring was, what, 1998 or something like that? So it's more than 10 years. Yeah. So that's a good run. And now it's time to sort of find the new thing. The torture porn thing came, and it sort of flamed out really quickly. And so maybe now is not... You look at the success of Star Trek, maybe now, with Obama in the White House, maybe people are looking for more positive. You know,
more
you look at George Bush, and maybe you want to, you know, see a horror movie, and maybe you look at Obama, and you want to go see Star Trek. You know, it's a different kind of reaction. Yes. To change the subject and veer off again.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Why Star Trek? Okay,
no,
what do you think is Hollywood?
That's right. You look at the zeitgeist, right? And it's like, I think with Obama in the White House and things seeming to turn around and, you know, maybe get the wars under control, people are feeling maybe more positive about things. Whereas you have this mean old man like George Bush in the White House, and people are feeling like a little bit paranoid, a bit scared.
The boogeyman.
Yeah, and they're feeling like that's the vibe, you know.
Right.
But now the vibe, I think, has changed. And I think now you're going to see, you know, you just see in the recent years the musicals coming back.
Yeah.
A lot of comedies doing very well. I can't wait to see Year One. That's going to be great fun. Maybe
Which one?
Year One.
Year One.
Year One. Jack Black.
Yeah. I think that's going to be great. But I think maybe the horror thing, maybe that was a 2000
and don't forget again, the people watching horror, the main target audience are young kids. They change their minds very fast.
Yeah.
If they don't change, they're not cool.
Yeah.
Right.
So like they don't want to like the same stuff their big brother liked or what, and the big brother liked the horror stuff, so they're going to move on to something else.
Do you think the trend could ever go in the reverse direction, as in American horror being turned into Asian horror?
Did you see the Hong Kong remake of Cellular?
Cellular? Connected, right?
Connected. That was great.
That was great.
In fact, it was better than the original, and that really impressed me.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe we could see more of this.
What's the director? Benny Chan, was it?
Benny Chan, yeah. It was great stuff, man.
Yeah, but I think horror is a little bit more, too difficult.
Do you think Asians will ever take on to this
No,
serial killer?
No, Asians do not take to serial killer, and not so much to torture porn or slasher gore, and apart from the Japanese, we don't take much to horror monster flicks too.
Monster flicks.
So
okay.
you know, So
But
I
in
don't think
Singapore,
it's
horror is still like number 3 among the genres, I think.
right, but because the Asian
Action
horror,
films are the most popular, followed by
the Asian horror that we're watching.
followed by comedies. And
Yeah. You know, if you bring in Hostel made a lot of money in the United States, but it comes here, I don't think it's such a big deal here.
Okay.
It would be funny to see a Asian version of like Friday the 13th
Friday
or
the
something
13th,
like
Yeah,
that.
It's a massacre.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, but again,
Wait,
it's true. It's-
Battle Royale was extremely bloody and in some sense sort of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sort
I
of.
found Battle Royale, and I don't even like these kind of movies. I thought that was a beautiful movie with a great social conscience and very responsible in a way, and had a great message. You know what I mean? It was like very touching to me in a way that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not. Yeah, that's right. So it's. I would love, like you were saying, they might be making a Battle Royale.
They are.
Which
They're
is
planning it.
very interesting to me. But I worry about American teenagers seeing something like this. Because I can imagine Japanese teenagers watching Battle Royale and being able to go back to their normal lives, but American teenagers are going to be
Battle
like,
Royale. Battle Royale, the Japanese
Repeat
version.
Columbine.
There's no. It was just, as you say, it was just erupt. It was just sudden. In the American one, they're going to put in a moralizing element right at the end.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to survive.
Explaining
that's right.
that
Yeah, someone's going to prove that good conquers evil.
I can't even imagine what an American version of Battle Royale will look like. It's going to be crazy.
Okay, so it looks like the long-haired girl is not going to be scaring any one of you or Asian as well as American audiences anytime soon.
No, we've seen this long-haired girl so many times. What can scare us? You know.
Yeah, I'm an
It's a
American. I'm not
frightening
afraid
thing.
of no long-haired girl, man.
Oh my God! Ah!
Larry Daly is back.
Folks, we're giving out 30 pairs of tickets to Night at the Museum 2. The preview is taking place on the 20th of May at 7:15 p.m. at Vivo City. You can win a pair just by emailing the answer to this question. Who plays Amelia Earhart in Night at the Museum 2? Is it A. Amy Adams, B. Meryl Streep, or C. Faye Wong? Send your answer to razortv at sph.com.sg before 18th of May.
Museum 2.
This place is lame.
Yo, what up? It's Razor Pop lah!